Inland Sports.
It was a good weekend. We had foosball is back, not the NFL, the XFL. I don't know if they call it 2.0, the rebirth or whatever it's called, but the XFL is back. It was opening weekend. What was your general first thoughts, your first impressions?
It seems like they are trying to kind of ignore the fact that this is the second go-around.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a whole lot of mention of the first time around. I would say good.
Yeah, I know this is a backhanded compliment, but not that bad.
No, exactly.
You know what I mean? I didn't hate it. I know that's a bad compliment, but I think for the first week, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, the games were competitive.
Right.
If you're a casual football fan, you might recognize the coaches, you might recognize the quarterbacks. I mean, other than that, you're probably gonna be like, who are these guys? But they do have a little bit of star power between the coaches and the quarterbacks, and I think that's something that they can kind of, sell those teams and the brands. And, if you're going to go out and buy yourself a LA Wildcat hoodie or something like that, like that's how you're going to build your team around those names you can recognize, I guess, right?
ESPN, Fox, ABC, the TV deal makes a huge difference. It's not just on NBC like the first time around. It's just like, they looked at the NFL and they were like, why are we just on one channel?
Right. They did a really good job the whole time of having packages ready to go that when a player did something, they were able to show some of his NFL highlights, and they did highlight like, oh, this guy spent some time on this team. Here's a highlight of him doing this. So that helped them out a lot too.
I liked it.
There was a lot of new stuff. There's an official who wears a red hat just for spotting the ball.
Yes.
The on the sideline interviews get a little weird because
Awkward.
It doesn't seem like the coaches and players necessarily want to do them, but they have to embrace it because that's what the XFL is all about.
Yeah, it's kind of, what's the cliche that you don't want to see how hot dogs are made?
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm into it. Like, I do like the interviews. I do like the officials kind of scrambling behind the scenes to try to get the play call right.
Yeah.
Like, oh, was that a touchdown? Was that a catch? Was it not a catch? Like, I kind of like it, but I think at some point, I think we were talking about this, it kind of feels a little awkward, a little uncomfortable.
Sure, the guy blows a huge field goal, and right as he's trotting off the field, a sideline reporter is like, so what'd you miss that?
I think that's it.
You know what I mean?
We want transparency, and we absolutely do, but in the moments where you're seeing an official going back and forth, and he is really on a 50-50 call himself, or even, there was a moment at halftime, they were showing the coaches giving a speech, and they are legitimately like, okay, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to call this.
Right.
Yeah.
They're breaking down their new halftime adjustments, and it's right there live on the broadcast.
Right.
Yeah.
It's too much. It's like when we're watching CNN, it's like, they're invading Iraq.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
We're positioned
they're
right
watching
here.
CNN.
Yeah.
They're watching the storm. Come on.
Yeah, we're positioned here. We're
Okay,
moving
we
east.
get it.
Right.
It's a little fun, but yeah, it's probably a huge headache, I would imagine, for the coaches and the players to.
They didn't seem happy
No,
about
every
letting
move,
the reporter in at halftime in the cameras while they're trying to do their
But
thing.
you know what
It's
you're signing up for, right? It's part of the
Absolutely.
gig. This is part of the XFL.
But the
I'd say so
football,
far, so
good. Yeah, I'd say the football play, all of that was good.
Yes, it was.
We got our home opener coming up this weekend. So.
Yeah, your Los Angeles Wildcats falling at the Houston Roughnecks. I'm going to say the names for a while because we don't know who these
gotta
guys
get used to 'em
Yeah,
now.
the Roughnecks, right, and the Wildcats. LA lost 37-17, so now they're going to play the home opener Sunday at, what is it, Dignity Health Park?
Carson,
Right,
Yeah,
the
in
one right there
Carson.
in Carson.
Formerly the Home Depot Center.
Formerly home of the Chargers against the Dallas Renegades.
Who are
So-
strong. I think that's XFL's top contender.
This is like the Patriots of the XFL.
the
They're coming to kick some
the
ass.
Renegades.
Yeah.
I guess, right? We're going to find
The
out.
dark side, it's perfect.
We got a lot of baseball to get to, basketball as well. It's all brought to you by Matheson Gas. They are the gas professionals. So if you need gas anywhere around the Inland Empire, they can help you out. They got a store near you, Rancho Cucamonga, Fontana, or Riverside. So the next time you need gas, you need it bad for your local business, your home, your backyard, you need that propane tank filled, go to Matheson Gas. They are the gas professionals. You can visit them online as well. That's MathesonGas.com. That's Matheson Gas, the gas pros. Okay, so the Mookie Betts deal and David Price trade from the Boston Red Sox to the LA Dodgers. It got hung up for a little bit, but as of Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, it was finally completed after several days of not knowing what was going to happen. It's a done deal now.
And I know everyone is thinking like, oh man, once you hear about these deals, they normally end up going through. But I think we did learn that with Jock Peterson, for instance, going to the Angels, that's not always true because that deal did not go through. Jock Peterson is not on the Angels.
Yeah, for some reason, the Mookie Betts, David Price deal from Boston to LA was kind of, the Jock Peterson was contingent on that. Like, it kind of affected each other in a non-direct way. So now the Jock Peterson to the Angels is off the table. Like they're not going to try to make it happen now. So very bizarre stuff. Like it's very.
So does that mean Jock is back on the Dodgers?
He's back.
Okay,
Is
well
that
he's happy.
awkward? Right? I mean,
hey guys, you tried to get rid of
it's
me.
me.
I'm back.
It's me.
I'm ready, coach.
Hope you didn't tell everybody off on your way out.
Yeah. F you.
I was kidding.
Yeah, jokes.
I know. I love all you guys. Jeez.
Brothers.
This is kind of random, but is it well known? Is it public knowledge the whole Mookie Betts to Mookie Blaylock to Pearl Jam connection? Did you guys know this?
No.
I know the Mookie Blaylock connection because he was number 10. And
Yes.
Pearl Jam originally wanted to name their band Mookie Blaylock, but Mookie said no.
Yes.
So they named it, they ended up naming it Pearl Jam in the album 10 because that was Mookie's number.
Correct. So Pearl Jam was first going to be Mookie Blaylock, the NBA star from I guess the 90s, I would say. So this came out over the weekend too, that Mookie Betts, who I'm a baseball guy, I always think Mookie Wilson from the New York Mets back in the day. And they said, oh no, he's named after Mookie Blaylock.
Yeah.
Which brought the story back, hey, Mookie Blaylock was the original name of
Right.
Pearl Jam. And it was like,
Right.
so it kind of got new life over the weekend.
They're not going to get Patrick on Seattle Trivia.
No.
Mookie should have let them name their damn band Mookie Blaylock.
Oh my gosh. He was fun, man. He was a good player.
His name would be out there forever.
Forever.
Not just his number.
Yeah, 10.
And no one knows.
To basketball, Darren Collison. I bring this up because he's a local guy from the Kook, Rancho Cucamonga, probably lives very close to a Matheson Gas. Darren Collison was thinking about coming out of retirement for the Lakers or the Clippers. Ooh. And they could both use him for this playoff run. But he has announced, as of last night, he is not coming back to the NBA. He retired. He's going to stay retired. But it looked like he was a lock for the Lakers or the Clippers to come back down the home stretch and be that point guard off the bench to run things.
Something happened.
So he's not coming back, guys.
Now, did the Warriors make a little nonchalant step towards being better next year by getting Andrew Wiggins?
Yes.
Like, nobody's really talking
Yes.
about that. Because they're going to get Steph back.
Yes.
Like, ew, that's scary.
Next year, the Warriors are going to be good again, man.
That's what I'm saying.
The big three and Andrew Wiggins, who's pretty good, and he's got a lot of upside, I think, still. They're going to be good.
They're in a perfect spot because everyone's like, oh, they're gone. Their run is over.
Yeah.
It's perfect for them to come back and just boom.
Yeah, they're going to be back like they never. feel like it's like riding a bike. They're going to be back and like they didn't even miss a step.
I mean, those Niner fans need something, right?
Oh, gosh. Let's talk about the Warriors, guys. Let's think about next NBA season. The Clippers did hammer the Cavs last night, 133-92. Worst loss in Cavaliers history on their home floor.
But they're fine without LeBron.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Not that good.
Do you think LeBron just sits back and kind of looks at the scores and just kind of laughs to himself?
He's just got to be like, hey, I brought you one. What else do you want, bro?
I gave you one.
Yeah.
And finally, the poll is set for the Great American Race, the Daytona 500, coming up this Sunday. Your boy on the pole, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., will lead the field of green on Sunday at the Daytona 500.
You will recognize him because if he has his helmet off, he has a huge mullet.
Does he really? Well,
Yeah,
his name's
he's
Ricky
rocking
Stenhouse Jr.
With a name like that, you got to.
It's gigantic. You have to see it. It's not just a regular mullet.
You know what's weird?
Super mullet.
Yes.
Mullets and like those big like Oakleys from the 80s
Yeah, the aviators.
are like coming back. Like they're here.
They're not aviators, blades or whatever.
Yeah, blades. Yes, that's it. Yeah, they're back. They are back.
Have you seen Russell Wilson's hairstyle, by the way?
What is
He
that?
looks like John Stamos.
What?
Russell Wilson
Uncle
has
Jesse?
now transformed to John Stamos.
What?
Yeah, Uncle Jesse.
Uncle
He did
Jesse.
the Uncle Jesse look. He went from the curly haired look to the Uncle Jesse look.
He's going to move into the Tanner house next. It's all good.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
my
right.
God.
He's having his third kid. That's what happened.
Jesse and the Rockers. Wasn't that his band? Jesse and the Rockers?
There you go.
Bring it back to
Russell
music
and
here.
The Rockers. Oh, boy. Pep, tell 'em how to get your stuff.
Inland Sports all over social media, the YouTube channel as well. If you like Inland Empire Sports, that's what we do.
Inland Sports.